Today is the 19th of June 2024, and this will be our second part of cone and cylindrical shapes. Okay, we are looking at some questions. Yesterday, I brought a certain type, okay, and then today we are looking at another type. Thank you to all my subscribers. Please encourage other people to subscribe, share, like, and follow. Okay, I would really appreciate that. And if the account is not yours, ask permission from the account holder, or ask somebody to help you open your own account. Okay. Please follow my notes/script. I'll always write in the comment section. Okay, so because sometimes when I upload, it's not because of a little thing that I have to do it all over again. Otherwise, I will not be able to get any videos for you. Okay, but if you follow the notes, it will clarify things for you. So if I'm talking about angles and it's like 300 degrees and you hear 200 and 300 pounds, please go by the notes. Okay, if I'm talking about money, then it will be in pounds. Okay, these are little things that at times I'm very careful of, but at times too, it shows itself up. Okay, and that is the reason of the platform. Tips: if you are writing, you might not make some of this mistake, but at times you would. Okay, if you think, oh, I've done this before and I've done it several times, but all I'm trying to say to you is just check your work, okay, several times. If it's the exam, check your work, okay. Beware of scammers, okay. I'm not asking you to donate money. So if somebody reduplicates this platform and asks you to donate money for some cause, it's not coming from here. Okay, it's not coming from me. Personally, I don't know anything about it. Okay, now the starter we have here is mental math, and it has to do with money. So there is this school, secondary school, non-uniform day, and they've asked their children, their pupils, to donate 50p for a course. Okay, so they are donating 50p on a non-uniform day, and now this is what they call. Okay, so for year 7 they got £50, year 8 they got £40, year 9 they got £55, year 10 they got £62, and then year 11 they got £43. So how much have they raised? Okay, it's simple, it's trivial, but you can make mistake on that. Okay, so what are you going to do? If I look at year 7 and year 8, 50 add 40 is £90. Now year 9 is £55 there. So if I add it to it, I'll get £145. Okay. Now year 10 and year 11, year 10 is 62 pounds, and then year 11 is 43 pounds. So here I'm talking about money. So if you hear degrees, it's not degrees, we are talking about money, okay? So year 10 and 11, 2 and 3 is 5, 6 and 4 is 10. So it's 105 pounds. So now, to add all the 5-year groups, I have 145 plus 105, which will give me 250 pounds. Now, assuming I had 240.50, I wouldn't write 240.5. I have to put it in 2 decimal places because it's money. But it's 250, so I can write it as this, okay? And my pound here because it's money in pounds, okay? So this is how much they raise for their charity. Now today we are going to look at cylinders and cones again. So look at this diagram, okay? If you go to the nursery schools, they have sand that they have, and then they have all these shapes in the sand, okay? And also, if you are going to the beach, you can get some of these shapes from the pound shop and take it to the beach with you and build castles with it. So, but this is a nursery, so it's plastic, it's thin. So that is the cone part, and that is the cylinder part. This is the height of the cone, and that is the height of the cylinder, and that is the diameter, okay? The formula, the diameter for the cylinder is the same as the diameter for the cone. So the radius, we have to have it because the formula has radius, not diameter. So now they've put sand in the shape, okay, and then they've turned it upside down, okay, and we are supposed to find this length here. So the sun has gone into the cone and now it's at this point, okay? So we are supposed to find this length from the cone to part of the cylinder. So how do you find it? So first of all, we are going to find the volume of the cylinder separate, and then we'll find the volume of the cone. And then if we turn it upside down, we will subtract. So let's start with that. So step 1, we find the volume of the cylinder, that part here, okay? Now the volume of the cylinder formula is pi r squared h. The radius will be half of 6 centimeters, so 3. The height will be 4 centimeters. This height here is 4 centimeters. The radius is half of 6. So that is what we use to start this equation. Is that okay? So if we do that rightly, okay, by now you should know how to do that. If we do that rightly, the volume of the cylinder becomes pi, r is 3, all squared, h is 4, okay? We are told to leave our answer in pi from the question, okay? So 3 squared times 4, okay? And then 9 times 4, which is 36 pi. Now, this is volume. So our answer will be in centimeter cube. So this is the volume of the cylinder on its own. And then step 2, we want to calculate the volume of the cone. Okay, the radius of the cone again is the same as the radius of the cylinder, which is 3 centimeters. But the height of the cylinder is 2 centimeters, as we can see here. Okay, that one. Now, the formula for a cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. Okay, so 1/3 pi r squared is r is 3, so r squared, h is 2, all in centimeters. Okay, now 9 squared times 2 divided by 3, and then pi, so we have 6 pi is volume, so it will be centimeter cube. So we found the volume of the cylinder and the volume of the cone. If you turn it upside down, I'll show you too in the diagram. If you turn it upside down, this is the shape. Okay, we found the volume of the cone and the volume of the cylinder. If you turn it upside down, the sand goes in, and that is the level. So we want to find the height from here to here. Now, to find we need to, so to find this height here, okay, we need to subtract the cylinder to get the whole of this side. So let's look at it. So now we found when you turn it upside down and you subtract, you get 36 pi minus 6 pi will be 30 pi in centimeter cube. If the height of the sand h is 30 centimeter cube, so if this height here, now the new height from here to here, if you subtract, is 30 pi centimeter cube if you turn it upside down. Okay, but we want, let me show you, that is so we want to find that bit here. So what it means is 30 pi, this subtracted pi answer will be equal to the volume of the cylinder. So we can find h, we can find this little bit here. Okay, so if we find the little bit here, then we'll add it to the 2 centimeters, which is the height of the cone here. Now we can find this little bit here using the subtracted volume to find the height. Then we'll use this height, add it to the height of the cone, and that will be our x. Okay. So 30 pi will be pi r squared h, which is the formula for the cylinder. Now 30 pi equals pi r squared for the cylinder is 3, so all squared. We don't know the new height of the sand from the cone to when it is in the cylinder, because we've turned it upside down. Okay, so now pi's will cancel out, so we have 39h. Okay, so H now will be 3.3 centimeters. So what it means is this volume here is 3.3 centimeters. Okay, it's length and it's not to scale. Okay, that is 3. So to get this x, the whole from the tip of the cone to here, we need to add what the h we found plus uh, the 2 centimeters. So now um, we have 3.3, which we found, plus 2, which is the height of the cone. So the height, when you turn it upside down, will be 5.3 centimeters. It is height, okay? So it is height and length. So it is 5.3 centimeters. This is to 1 decimal place, okay? So this is the first example I have for you. Then I read through it again, the same type of question, again not to scale. This is also um, one of the plastics that you can use to create castle on the beach, okay, and you can use it to collect sand. So first of all, we need to find the volume of each, because here too the shape got turned upside down with the content of the sand. So when it got turned upside down, okay, it's that is where it got to. So we want to find the height from here to here. First of all, we need to find this height here, okay, and then we use the formula of the cylinder, find this h here, okay, and then add it to the height of the cone, and that will give us the height of this x here, this long x here, okay. If you don't do it that way, there is no formula, you have to do it. So this is where your visual reasoning come into play, okay. What am I supposed to find? How do I go about it? So this is why it's a cylinder and a cone, okay. Now, so we need to find the height. So now let's go to what I did. And now here we've been given the diameter, so you know that if it's 12, then half of 12 is 6. So our radius for the cylinder and the cone is 6. The height of the cylinder is 3, and the height of the cone is also 3, all in centimeters, okay. So we'll find the volume of cylinder, volume of the cone, leave our answer in pi, subtract. That will be the things we have to do first, and then we'll continue with the rest, okay. So here again, the volume of the cylinder part, okay. So half of 6, so volume of the cylinder is pi r squared h. H is the height of the cylinder. So 6 squared times 3 is 108. I've checked, please. Pi centimeter cube. Okay, that will be the volume of the cylinder. Now the volume of the cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. Half of r is 6. The height of the cone is 3. So if you do that also, you get 36 pi centimeter cube as your volume. Now you need to subtract. So if you turn it upside down, the content in the cylinder, some goes into the cone. Okay, if this is what you have first, okay, so if you turn it upside down, the sand goes into this cone and cylinder, and then it stops here. We are finding this height here, okay. So now, if you turn it upside down, okay, and you take the cone part off, you will be left with only the cylinder part. So you'll be left with this side from here to there. That is why we are subtracting. So now 36, 108 pi minus 36 pi will be 72 pi centimeter cube. Okay, so now this is the volume of when we turn it upside down part. Okay, so this is what we get for this side here, and then we use that what we got, and then find this h here, and then after we found this h here, this height here, we add it to the 3 centimeters to give us the height that we've been asked to find. I hope I'm clear on that. Okay, so the volume of the cylinder is 108. Okay, and then the volume of the cone part is 1/3 6 squared, which is 36. So if you subtract that, you get 108 pi minus 36 pi will give you 72 pi centimeters. Now, so we know the volume of the cylinder when we turn it upside down. So the 72 volume, okay, 72 pi, we equate it to pi r squared h to find the h of where the cylinder stops after we've turned it upside down. So now h will be, if we do the calculation right, okay, this is what we get. 72 equals 6 squared h. So h will be 72 divided by 6 squared, which is 36. So h will be 2 centimeters. So what it means is this bit here is 2 centimeters. Okay. Now, to find this whole bit that we are supposed to find, we add this 2 centimeters to this 3 centimeters, which is the height of the cone. So now, the length was 2 plus 3 will be 5 centimeters. Again, it's length. So that is the height. So from here now, that will be 2, and from there is 3, which we already know. So if we turn it upside down, 3 plus 2 will give you 5. So the whole of here to there, containing the sand now is 5 centimeters. Okay. I hope these videos are helping majority of you, because most of you are giving me good feedback, which I'm happy with. So I hope you're understanding some of these questions. The higher students, okay? Please subscribe, and after you subscribe, invite others to subscribe. Share, like, follow. Okay, I appreciate it. do whatever you can to keep us circulating the platform. Okay, and then when you finish watching, after you've liked, give us some nice feedback. Okay, and then please follow my notes slash scripts. Okay, today I've been a bit slow, so I hope there is no mistake. But I always rewatch it. Okay, so yeah, because I don't want to leave something on, and then it's like, because this is what I'm doing, so I want to make sure that I'm giving the accurate information, so that if it comes, it's not like, oh, you gave me a wrong information. um yeah, so please go over the video. um Beware of scabbers. Okay, if somebody says, uh please, donate money for a charity, so I can go with foreign number, or even if it's a local number, okay, from the UK, it's not me. I'm not asking for any donation. Okay, thank you very much for watching today's video with me, and I'll see you in the next.